Easy. Now you try. First, get a jar. Patrick, that's a pickle.
Yes.
You need a jar.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy, the Pat Goat Gaming, coming at you again with another video. And today, my demons won, guys. There's always been a little dude right here, talking in my ear, whispering every night, every morning, at every hour of the day. Play Purple Kaido. Play Blurple Kaido. And this time, I couldn't stop it. So it was actually Patrick's fault. So a fellow Patrick, a watcher of the channel, he commented, "Hey, have you tried Blurple Kaido? I haven't been able to make him work. Have you been able to make it work?" And I said, "No, I never. I've actually never been able to make him work. He has always been my demon. I've always tried using him, and I have almost never found fucking success with this leader." Funny story, he was actually... So when I first started the game in op11, I pre-ordered all of the starter decks. So I got the Kaido, I got Croc, I got Kid, and I got the Luffy. And I was going to my first locals, and those were all the cards I had. And I felt like, you know, I've played card games before, and I know starter decks like aren't meant to be good. So I was like, man, I have to do something. Like, let me just throw... And I also got like 5 packs. I got 5 packs of Romance Dawn, and I'd opened like 10 cost Kaido, and a couple of other things, like maybe one other good purple card. And I was like, let me just throw the Crocodile deck and the Kaido deck together so I can play Blurple Kaido. I can have more good cards, because I just felt like I wasn't playing good enough cards. So Blurple Kaido was the first leader I ever played at a One Piece event, and I think I went 2-1 or 1-2. I didn't win. But I did pretty well. Like, people were scared of Onigashima back then. Like, if you saw Oni on turn 2, people were like, oh no, shit's over. Like, they found Oni. Like, this isn't fair. Like, I'm fucked. Especially at the beginning of op11, when people didn't really know the game that well. But either way, guys, this is the Blurple list I cooked up. It's actually done better than I expected. Like, we've definitely... I'd say I've won 50-50 of my games. Like, I haven't been getting ran through. But yeah, me and Patrick from the comment below had like a little discussion, and to me, I was like, man, Blurple Kaido needs 6k power. Like, he needs 6k power, and then maybe he'd be good. Well, he'd probably be really good if he started with 6k power. But a good way to make your leader 6k power is the Eustace Captain mid. So running 4 of the Eustace Captain mid, and my idea with this deck is to go second. Usually you want to go first as the Blurple Kaido player, but I want to become a 6k leader as fast as possible. So I want to go second. I want to start off with searchers if we can't find our Oni. Going second also allows us to get 2 searches off to find the Oni. So we do have the Who's Who searcher as well as the One Piece searcher. So if you go second, you can play 2 of these. If you're still missing your Oni, turn 2 you play down your Oni, go to 5 Dawn, and then your third turn you're playing down your Eustace Captain mid. You'll be at 8 Dawn on that turn, so you'll go down to 7 with the Kid ability, become a 6k leader. And then on the following turn, you can start dropping your 9-cost Kaidos or your 9-cost Linlins, whichever you'd prefer. And then people usually aren't too concerned about the Kid, so it's going to be on board as long as your opponent doesn't like Red Rocket, or that's pretty much the only way to deal with it this early in the game. So you're going to be a 6k leader for most of the game, which is kind of the idea behind the deck. Rounding out the list, we have 4 of the Law blockers. I just felt like having these little stinky blockers can come up really, really huge. When you're not a very good defensive deck like Blurple Kaido is. Like, people can rush you down relatively well, and having these 1-cost blockers can make it a pain for your opponent to go for game. We're also running the Black Marias kind of in the same kind of style. 2Ks running Sasaki, Black Maria, and X Drake. Running 4 Blast Breaths, 4 of Ulti. Ulti's like one of the best cards ever. Like, this card is so consistent, so good. Its ability, it's Kuzan with the counter. I guess Kuzan has the -4 effect, but on playability is draw a card. Then you can place the top 3 in any order. You can place them on the bottom, place them at the top. It is very, very good, and it has a counter. 4 cost 5k, replaces itself. One of my favorite cards. Just for whatever reason, this isn't good enough in the game. Wait, I should actually try ulting some more decks. But yeah, ulti doesn't see any play. But I felt like running her in the Blurple is the proper thing to do. And yeah, that's pretty much the game, pretty much the list, guys. Let me know if you try it out. I think this is a pretty good way to run Blurple Kaido. Like, there's really no good way. Like, if I had to tell you, blurple Kaido's good matchups, I don't know what I tell you. There's nothing that comes to mind that's like, oh yeah, things that have decks that have searchers that tap. So like 1-cost searchers like Bonnie's or the Dofi searchers that have to tap in order to search. This leader can kind of feast on that. Like, you don't really need the Onigashima if you're playing against a deck like that, because you're going to be ramping so many Dawn for free. Yeah, that's pretty that's the one advantage I can think of running blurple Kaido. Like, those decks kind of can not get ran over, but they give you free Dawn for pretty much nothing. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoy the games. Once again, I ranted for 6 minutes, so I do not fault you if you are not here anymore. But yeah, we got 3 games in for you today. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm not sure which ones I'm putting in. Definitely putting in 1 loss. And I think I have some good games against some good decks, so I'll try to throw those in. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy, and let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, getting right into game number 1 here. We're going up against Nami. Nami's been one of the biggest disappointments in recent memory. Like, her ability is so insane, and she hasn't even cracked the top 10 in like any list or any tournament results I've been seeing. But yeah, Nami just one of the biggest flops in recent memory, at least for a leader that was supposed to be really good. Just with one of the most broken abilities ever. But she's going to start off with an 8k swing in here. We're just going to go ahead and block with our 1-cost blocker law. Swing is 6k here. Now we can get going with our Oni. So yeah, if you find Oni and you're going second, this is how I want to play the deck. So now we're on our 5 Dawn turn. We're going to be going into the 7 next turn, so we're going to be able to drop that 7-cost kid on their face and become a 6k leader for as long as we're able to. Nami's usually running a good amount of red rocks. So I would expect it to be removed eventually, maybe not this next turn, but hopefully it's able to stick around and we're able to be a 6k leader for a very long time. So let's see what he decides to do here. He is on a 7 Dawn turn, so if he does want to red rock us, he can, but instead he's going to attach 3 Dawn to leader, swing for 8. And I think I feel like I should take this, but we end up giving him 2 cards here. We do have the ulti in hand, so we do have some pretty good card draw available. That can replace itself. Then he just plays down his Okiku. Going into our 9 Dawn turn, we do have the Linlin available. We can get rid of that Okiku, just kind of put it to the bottom of his life. And then yeah, we're really establishing our board lead here. Like, we have 2 8k and above characters, and he has a blocker and the Apis on board. We're gonna start off with the 5k swing just to see if we can take a life off of him. I could have swung with the Eustace Captain mid here first, but I thought it'd be better just to swing the 5 and then swing with the mid. Maybe it would have been better to swing with the mid first. But either way, there is the red rock. So we discarded 1 to the Nami ability, and then he's going to go ahead and red rock the Eustace Captain mid. He's going to swing an 8k at us. We're going to go ahead and take that one. So here, ulti is really good to get through kind of these later turns. Like, ulti can find you a couple different plays. So here we're going to start off with the Who's Who searcher. We grab a Black Maria, then we find the ulti. Ulti can grab anything, so I can grab the 7-cost kid here. Or the 1-piece searcher. I'm thinking about it, and we haven't seen any 9-cost Kaidos yet, and we haven't. Yeah, I make a bad play there of putting that back to the top because I forget that ulti can put it to the bottom. But we do end up finding the 9-cost Kaido, and that is exactly what we were looking for. 9-cost Kaido is one of the best things you can do as long as your opponent isn't doing anything too high up. Like, if your opponent's playing 7-cost characters and above, 9-cost Kaido isn't the best. But if you're doing like Nami plays a lot of 4 or 5-cost characters, 9-cost Kaido can be an absolute menace, especially if we draw another one. We'll be able to 9-cost Kaido back to back. But there is the 8-cost Luffy. This Nami is just kind of countering out a little bit too much. Like, he's still at 5 life. He's just kind of obsessed with keeping himself super healthy. But either way, we're looking really good in this situation. Like, we have a little bit of a board. He only has the 8-cost Luffy. He now has no cards in hand. He has 1 card, so he bounces the Apis back to hand. So we're going to go ahead and block with our Black Maria there. He's going to play down his Apis, look at the top of his life, and then this will trigger the Nami ability. Oh, wait, no, it didn't trigger the Nami ability. I don't know why he's running that card. But either way, we're going to go ahead and take that life. We find the 1-piece searcher. We find another 9-cost mom, and at this point, I'm feeling very, very confident in this outcome. Like, he has 1 card in hand. We can kind of clear his whole board. We have another 9-cost Linlin to go ahead and gain more life. He lets the Luffy go there. Now we can do the 9-cost Kaido stuff. So yeah, so first we're going to swing just in case he triggers like an Okiku. He triggers, I don't know what other yellow yellow characters that can trigger here, but he does go ahead and trigger the 7-cost Gravity Blade Raging Tiger, which gets rid of our ulti. Then we're going to play down our 9-cost Kaido, swing there. We should have swung with our Kaido leader first, but it's whatever. We like, this dude isn't playing very well, and we're not really worried in this situation. So he does trigger the blocker there. Then we're going to play down our one piece again. We can find a Blast Breath or another 2k, or we could have grabbed the Husu if we wanted to. And now next turn we can 9-cost Linlin again. We've established our board here. We're still at 2 life, so we're not in the most safe spot. We have 3 2Ks in hand. We have a 9-cost Linlin. So we're looking pretty solid here, especially with our 2 big bodies on board. He's going to swing a 5k at us. This is just an easy counter in my opinion. Like, we should just get this out of here. Also, Nami usually runs 8-cost Kid. So 8-cost Kid could come down here and give us a little bit of trouble. But he plays down a Hiyori. So Hiyori's going to be able to grab him the top of his life and then replace it. This should trigger Nami ability. Yeah, Nami draw a card. And then he plays down 8-cost Katakuri. So he's going to effectively gain a life here with his Brûlée. So now he's at 3 life. So we can't really go for game here, but we can just kind of prolong it. Like, the Katakuri isn't that big of a problem, and our characters are bigger bodied than it. And we have a lot of counter to try to get a counter out of it if he does end up trying to KO one of them. So yeah, we just swing the 5k. He's going to go ahead and trigger the Brûlée. Nice sip of coffee. He's going to trigger the Brûlée there. He's still at 2 life, so we've kind of just been in this flux situation. We've been slowly establishing our board, slowly pushing for these games, and he's just kind of resisting as it goes. So here I'm just trying to decide, should I play down 9-cost Linlin? I can play down the ulti and kind of establish 2 bodies with the ulti and the X Drake. But I don't want to lose. I really don't want to lose this game. So he triggers the Okiku there, and this is where I decide to just play down the Linlin, put the Okiku back to the bottom of his life. Just potentially could have like an 8-cost Kid, get us to 1 life, swing a 7 and an 8 at us, and maybe we could lose. So we just played as safe as possible. We put the Okiku to the bottom. Now this is pretty much game at this point. We know he has 1 no counter in hand. Oh my god, he finds another fucking Katakuri. Goes back to 3 lives. I don't know what list this dude is running. I don't know if this is the default Nami list right now. I'm just not sure, but I guess 8-cost Katakuri is actually a pretty good inclusion into it. So he swings an 8k into us. I think we're just going to go ahead and take this. Like, we have another 9-cost Linlin in hand to get us back to 2 life if we need to, but we just end up giving him 2 2ks, and now we can go to 3 life this turn if we so desire, just determining on how he plays this. So he has 3 life. We have 4 attackers. So once again, we're just not in a good position to go for game here. These Katakuris are being an absolute fucking pain. It looks like next turn we will finally be able to push a little bit and attempt to go for game. But he has 1 of the Okikus, so we can't. But I think we're just gonna repeat the same thing we did last turn. He's gonna trigger the Okiku, but he has 4 cards in hand and he hasn't countered at all. So now we can go 11. We can go 12, 13 here. And yeah, this is gonna be the end of the game. So we can go 12. We just decided to risk it because I got fucking tired of this dude staying alive. And if he has 7, 9, 11, if he has 3 2ks, he has 3 2ks. But we're willing to take that risk. So we're gonna swing the 12 and we're gonna swing the 13, and we're gonna go ahead and take this first game off of him with the blurple. Oh shit! I put the wrong game, boys. Hold up, guys. Hold on. I'm missing the... Yeah, there should be a buggy game here. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right, now getting into the buggy game. So buggy should be a pretty okay matchup for this. The only thing is the 7-cost Crocodile and Mihawk. Like, if that sticks on board, our 9-cost Kaidos won't be able to be as effective. But we will get a lot of cards out of his hand. So he's going to start off with an 8k swing here. Now we do have the Oni. We didn't even need to search for it. So very, very nice. We're going to swing the 6k into him. We're going to play down our Oni, and next turn we'll be able to start the 7k body train with the Eustace Captain Mid. We have the 9-cost Linlin in hand, and we have the 9-cost Kaido in hand. And here it looks like he's going to start doing his buggy thing. Let's see if he Wombo Bombo combos us. Wombo Bombo combo is worst case scenario here, but that's fine for us. Like, the 7-cost buggy is... we really don't care about it in this deck. Like, most of our characters, maybe just ulti. Ulti is affected by the 7-cost buggy. But the rest of us are above that, and we really won't care. And also 6-cost Mihawk is a perfect target for 9-cost Kaido. Grant, if he doesn't play the the Wombo Bombo, Crocodile, and Mihawk, then we will be able to 9-cost Kaido that really nicely. So he's going to swing a 7 into us. We're just going to go ahead and counter out. We are 6k leader, so we can get a free 2k from a 7k swing. That is like if we don't have Kid on board. Oh, there's the Wombo Bombo. So he does end up Wombo Bomboing us, but he is really low on cards in hand. So if he does, okay, yeah, this was the mistake here. If he did not swing with that Mihawk, we would have been forced to swing into him, and then he could have just gotten a lot of cards. But because he saves the Mihawk here, it's actually really nice for us, because now we can just swing into his Mihawk and get those cards down as far as we can. So we start off with we play down our Law. Then we're going to go ahead and swing a 9k into the Mihawk, use our Kid ability, make ourselves a 6k leader. He's going to go ahead and block with the Moji. And now we can swing into the Law again. We can maybe play down an X Drake if we want. Get another card out of his hand. Let's see what we decide to do. I'm surprised we did a 9-cost Linlin or 9-cost Kaido here, just to establish a really big body. But I think we're going to go for the X Drake play. What am I doing? Okay. Okay, yeah, we play down the X Drake. We get another card out of his hand. Let's see if he gives us a counter, maybe like another Wombo Bombo piece. Because Buggy does need his non-counter card. So there's a 10-cost Buggy. And then we're going to swing an 8k into the Mihawk, and he's going to give us another 2k. So we're getting those cards out of his hand very nicely. I don't know if that was the best play. Like, it definitely wasn't a bad play, because we established our blocker, we become a 6k leader, and we get another card out of his hand. And having these little attackers against Buggy to swing into his board is really important. So he's going to swing another 7 into us. Once again, we're able to just counter out of these 7Ks with their 2Ks, which is why being a 6K leader is so important. So he plays down the Kabuji there. Kabuji is a blocker. Then he plays down his 10-cost Buggy, and he's going to be able to get rid of our other Buggy. Or not our Buggy, our useless Captain Mid. But he has no cards in hand. Now, this is what we wanted to see. Like, when he can't stop us from removing his characters with the Crocodile and Mihawk, this is exactly where we want to be. And we also have the double 9-cost Kaido, so we're able to do this 2 turns in a row. So we're going to play down our 9-cost Kaido, pop the Mihawk. He can't discard 2 to save it. So yeah, we get the Mihawk off board. Now we can swing into the Crocodile Mihawk. He has to give us the Kabuji here. If he does give us the Kabuji, then we can swing into the Crocodile Mihawk with our leader. Because yeah, we can go another 7k here, and that is why 9-cost Kaido is so fucking good in this deck. Really one of the best advantages to playing blurple Kaido is being able to back-to-back 9-cost Kaido. If not 9-cost Kaido, like, it's not quite good enough. Like, if it hit a 7-cost, it'd be awesome. It'd be 7-cost is so important in the game right now. Like, there's really not a lot of good 6-cost characters that you're wanting to hit. Maybe the new 6-cost Luffy from the starter deck is one of the most important ones. But other than that, like, you really don't care about 6-cost very much. 5-cost is huge. 6-cost is kind of a dead area. And then 7 once again ramps up in power. But here we have a couple of good plays. We have the 9-cost Linlins. Why did I... Okay, yeah, he doesn't have blurple. He doesn't have the Wombo Bombo Croc on his... Wombo Bombo Mihawk on his board right now. So we will be able to remove one of these Kabujis or one of these Buggies. So yeah, he's going to give us one of his cards here. We're going to swing another 10k into the Buggy. And now we can go 9-cost Linlin or 9-cost Kaido, KO the Kabuji. But we are 1 life. So we do want to play this a little bit safe. So we get rid of the Kabuji, add it to the bottom of his life. Because he definitely could have gone for game there. We have no Dawn up. And really our only play. Like, if we played 9-cost Kaido, we wouldn't have been able to leave any Dawn available. So I think playing the Linlin there was just the safest thing we can do. He does establish his 8-cost Croc here. So he will be able to at least protect his board a little bit from our 9-cost Kaido. But even if he does, he has to give us the last card in his hand. So he's going to go ahead and swing a 10k. And if he targets our board here, he can clear it. He probably should have swung the 10k into the 9-cost Kaido there, but yeah, not a bad play because we have 4 cards in hand, and who would know that we didn't have any counter. But either way, we're going into our 10 Dawn turn here. We can so we won't be able to Wombo Bombo the 9-cost Kaido because these are an 8-cost, 10-cost, 7-cost. So 9-cost Kaido won't be that effective here. We can play it a little bit differently. play down the ulti, hold up a couple of blast breaths, because we do have our board established, and if we can keep this board right here, we will win this game. As long as he doesn't establish too many blockers, we will be completely fine. So we can't ulti here. Hope we find another playable card off of the ulti, and then leave 2 Don up for the blast breath, and that might be really, really good. Because we're thinking about swinging into the buggy, but I just kind of want to go a little bit more aggro in this situation. So we're going to swing the 5, we're going to swing the 9. He ends up taking that, and then we're just going to get this last life out of him. So next turn we will be able to go for game as long as we keep this board on, our characters on board, which won't be a problem with our 2 blast breaths. So here we're going to start off with the ulti. We also could have played down the 9-cost Kaido and just gone for game, swinging in 11, but I wanted to play it a little bit safer. We do find another ulti here, so we're going to be able to find the ulti. We can place these at the top or bottom. We decide to place them at the top just so we can draw a little bit more counter. So we play down the other ulti, we find a Sasaki, and then we start placing on bottom, and we're just going to go ahead and pass turn there. So now next turn we pretty much have game guaranteed as long as we survive this. And he has to hit us 3 times, and we have 2 blast breaths and a 2k, so it's not going to be possible for him. So we kind of have this game wrapped up. If he plays down 2 blockers, he might have a chance, but even then it's kind of looking dead here. He swings a 12k into our Linlin, and this is why blast breath is still so good. Like, just a one cost 4k counter is fucking insane, especially when you're at 10 Don and the Don -1 doesn't even matter anymore. Then he's going to swing a 9k into the Linlin. We just give him the 2k there. And at this point, he should just concede. It is absolutely game over. Swings the last 5k into us. He has 7 Don up, so he can maybe do like another Wombo Bombo Kaido or a Wombo Bombo Crocodile Mihawk. He plays down the Margaret, the blocker on play, draw a card, and then establishes another blocker. So here we just go for game. There's really not much to it here. We could 9-cost Kaido, but he would just discard to prevent us from KOing one of the blockers. So we're just gonna go a nice 7k here. Oh, I almost fucked up. That buggy's been on board for so long, I forgot it was there. So yeah, our ultis cannot attack here. So it's actually a little bit spookier than I anticipated because I forgot about the buggy. But yeah, we're still gonna end up going for game. Like, we can do an 11-12 here, and if he has it, he has it. If he has it, he has it. And yeah, he just gives us the last blocker, and then we're just gonna go ahead and go with the 12k swing into the buggy, and he has to have 7, 9, 11. He has to have 4 2ks in hand. It's like, if he has it, he fucking has it. And he almost fucking had it, boys. But either way, we get the win. Definitely forgot about the 7-cost buggy. But either way, we take him out. We're just going to go ahead and go into game number 3 here. Going up against Yusa's Captain Mid. And I feel like most underpowered 4-cost leaders really struggle into this matchup just because Kid is able to burn so much life off of you so fast with the Basil Hawkins. And to top it all off, we found no Onis. We did find the Who's Who Searcher. We just weren't able to find the Oni off of it. And then it looks like we're just kind of fucked for Oni here, which kind of really fucking sucks. But either way, he's going to swing a 5k into us. And he actually targets the Who's Who. So that is... Never do that, guys. If you're new to the game, do not swing into your opponent's searchers unless you're playing like searchers that have to tap and you want your opponent's leader to have to swing into them. Maybe swing into the searchers, but other than that, don't ever do that. Don't ever swing a free 5k into one of your opponent's searchers. So here we play down the ulti. We're going to find a 9-cost Kaido here. Basil Hawkins, at least, like, they always want to be blocking with it. So at least we're able to get the on KO blue purple Kaido ability triggered there. He's going to swing another 5 into us. We're just going to go ahead and take that. And then he plays down the Basil Hawkins. So that is... As a blue purple Kaido player, you want to see these 6-cost vanillas. Like, there's a couple of good targets for, like, some of the best targets for 9-cost Kaido is probably the best target in the game is a 6-cost vanilla. Can't protect itself. Your opponent takes their whole turn to play it out, and then yeah, you can just kind of destroy it. So we're gonna establish our 7-cost kid here. So even without the Oni, we're doing a little bit of work here. We have the 7-cost kid established. We have our ulti. Yeah, but Oni would have been really fucking nice. We could have gone 9-cost Kaido or 9-cost Lilin the next turn for full value and been sitting really nicely. He's going to swing a 5k into the ulti here. Then he's going to swing an 8k into it. We're just going to let it go. And yeah, so we get a couple good swings here. We end up not taking that 8k swing from the Cavendish. And here we probably would have 9-cost Kaido'd, but he establishes the fucking beige, which kind of blows. We could play 9-cost Kaido and KO the beige and then swing into the Cavendish, but he does have that Apu as well, so just kid being really fucking annoying here. We could 9-cost Linlin the Cavendish, because it kind of, like, the end result is kind of the same thing. Like, you play 9-cost Linlin, you put a character to the top or bottom of your opponent's life, then you gain a life, and that is pretty much what beige does anyway. So we're going to go ahead and play down the 9-cost Linlin, discard a card, gain our life, and then I think we're going to target the Cavendish just because we want to get that 8k body off a board. Let's see what... yeah, it's a big decision between the Hawkins and the Cavendish here. We end up going for the Basil or the Cavendish just because we don't want to be taking an 8k swing every turn. I think he put it to the top of life, so he can replay next turn if he wants to. Next, we swing with our 8-cost kid. We become a 6k leader, which I feel can be pretty important into the kid matchup. Like, they do like swinging a lot of 5ks into us. So being a 6k, making them attach that extra Dawn can be pretty important. So he's gonna trash another life off of the Basil Hawkins ability, and now we can swing the 6k into him. And this game actually is a really crazy fucking ending. Like, you'll see, we almost actually pull this off despite him like seeing his stuff. Like he's seen his beiges, he's seen his Cavendishes, he's seen his Hawkins. Now he's seen a 7-cost Laws, and it ends up being a very, very tight finish here. So he's gonna play down the Law, gain a life, become a Law, gives a rested Dawn to the kid, so he's gonna be able to get a free 6k swing into us regardless. So not the best use of our being a 6k leader here, but he does end up swinging a 9k into us. Doesn't target the kid, which is probably a good move. We just would have defended it with a couple of 2ks. Now we find the fucking Oni at the least opportune time. This game we've seen one Searcher, no Onis, and I think we've seen a lot of fucking cards this game. We've searched with our ultis as well, and there's a Who's Who. So coming at really bad times, we have the Oni and the Who's Who off the top. And we could 9-cost Kaido here. We could clear the beige or the Apu. Like, oh my, imagine if 9-cost Kaido could clear 7-cost Law. I feel like it should. Like, I feel like that should be doable. I mean, we're Dawn minusing 5. We're Dawn, maybe if he didn't have Rush. Do I think 9-cost Kaido would break the game if he could KO a 7-cost? Nah, I don't think so. I think it'd be a very good card. Like, it'd be very, very playable. But yeah, if he could KO a 7-cost, I think it'd be okay. I think the game would survive. So we're gonna start off with a 9k swing into face. He has the beige coming up. He has another Apu coming up. So these two blockers he has on board are about to be replaced by the exact same fucking blockers, which is really annoying. But here we're just gonna go ahead and 9-cost Kaido, KO the fucking beige. And now we can do 8k swing with our kid, do kid ability, become a 6k. He does have that Law available, so we won't be able to, one of these swings is getting blocked no matter what, probably the kid or our leader ability or our leader swing. So yeah, he blocks with the Law there on our kid swing. Then we're going to swing a 6k into him, and then we're going to swing the last 10k to life here, and then he blocks with the Apu because he does have 2 more blockers coming up with the Apu and the Capone Gang beige. So he's going to play down the Cavendish, play down the beige, play down the Apu, and just kind of repeat the cycle. He does swing a 9k into our kid there, which is definitely the wrong decision. Like, you want to be pressuring blue purple Kaido as much as you can, and I was going to counter out of that regardless. Going into our 5 Dawn turn here, we can, funnily enough, establish our Oni on turn like 7 or 8, which would be a little bit which is a little bit goofy. And we do get the free Dawn here because he's going to block one of these attacks, so we will be able to ramp one of the Dawn with our Kaido ability. So we're going to swing a 9k into the kid. Next turn he will, well, okay, so we can establish the Oni. We can play down the Law to make it a little bit more difficult for him, but he does have the 8k attacker, he has a 9k attacker, and he does have his leader swing, so he has 3 good swings coming up. And if we can, so our blocker can take 1, we have to counter out of the other, and then we should be okay. So yeah, and we can become 6k here. So we're gonna swing an 8k. He's gonna block with his Law, and then we're going to swing the last 7k into face and see if he gives us that beige or not. He ends up giving us 2 cards. He does give us the X Drake there, so that is very, very important that we play down the 1-cost law after all of this, because I don't think he was expecting it. So the 1-cost law here, X Drake could have really fucked us, but either way, he has Zeus. It doesn't fucking matter in the end. Zeus can do the same thing for 2 Dawn. And here, so he's going to swing the 9. He has to hit us 2 times. So our blocker could have blocked 1, but we end up giving him 2 2Ks here. And the only thing that can save us here is if he misplays. If he misplays, like he should swing an 8K here. But we do have the Dawn up, so he is scared of the Blast Breath. We trigger the 1 piece, and if we found Blast Breath off of that trigger, running 4 Blast Breaths, we have not seen a single one this entire game. If we saw Blast Breath there, we would have won. Which was a really close game in the end, actually, and it probably shouldn't have been, but I don't know. The deck didn't perform that badly. Like it, when you saw your things, and obviously there's some bad matchups. When you saw your things, the games ended up being pretty close. I think UP Luffy is a pretty bad matchup for it. Besides that, a lot of the other matchups are either even or losing. So take that with it what you will. But I thought we'd see a Blast Breath there. Like honestly, we had not seen one the entire fucking game. So yeah, a Blast Breath there would have been really cool to end the video. But that is about it, guys. Let's get into the post game. Okay, boys, it is Sunday morning. I'm sipping the coffee, sipping the drink. Right now, what am I considering for Sunday options? I'm really craving a McDonald's breakfast. I'll be honest, a McDonald's hash brown right about now would go so fucking hard. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go play a little bit of soccer. I've had an ankle injury for like the past past month now. It's been a while. It's finally a little bit healed, and I can finally kind of run on it and do some soccer stuff with it. So I'm kind of nursing it back to full strength right now, and it's feeling a lot better. Hopefully I can start playing real games again this week. Besides that, I have the Frey concert tonight. It's supposed to rain all night, so that's not the most ideal. Honestly, not what we're looking for the Frey concert vibes. Maybe it'll be fun as long as it's not fucking pouring and it's like a nice drizzle. It could actually be pretty cool. But other than that, I don't want to work tomorrow. I really don't want to work tomorrow. How are we working 5 days a week? How? Jesus Christ. God, I really don't want to work. But yeah, other than that, pretty solid weekend. Relatively restful. Had a good time. Hope you guys did as well. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to comment hash brown at the end so I know that you made it. Thank you so much, guys. And if you did make it, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub. If you're new to the channel, I'll probably be playing a lot more of these kind of off-meta leaders because I do really enjoy making things work or trying to make things work and coming up with the best list possible for leaders that may not see any love these days. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed and hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And that's about it, boys. I'll see you later.